Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 2. Technically, it is episode 1 because last episode we had technical difficulties. But nonetheless, this is technically the first episode of the Kotatsu Podcast. My name is XenoWarz, aka Xeno, and I'm here with my co-host, Zakaria, ZMainZAK, UmamiDrip, whatever you want to call him. So I'm going to have my co-host introduce himself. Say a few words about yourself, brother.
Hi, brother. I'm ZMainZAK. You know what they say. But yeah, I'm just chilling, to be honest. Um, I'm just a guy that's vibing. We're just recording this podcast for fun. There's nothing really special about me. I'm an average guy. You know how they say in Slice of Life. I'm your typical average run-of-the-mill university student. But I'm actually I am. I have no powers. I'm not a fucking hidden demon or something. But yeah, I'm talking too much. Yo.
Yeah, for sure. But I just want to point out that he's not like your average university student in like a harem like Kazuya, you know? Got some decency in him, you know?
Hey, bro,
He's not
why
like,
you dissing? Why you dissing, bro? Why you dissing? Why you dissing, man? And I
bro.
got my own hair, man. What do you mean, bro? I'm just fucking with you. I'm not Kazuya, bro. That's low-key disrespectful. I'm not gonna lie to you. Call me Kazuya, man.
Bro, for most of the viewers, myself included, when I think of like a slice of life protagonist, I think of him, bro.
What?
I don't know, maybe it's because of recency bias.
Bro, that's disrespectful to every slice of life protagonist. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Niggas calling slice of life protagonists fucking stalkers, bro. That gets rewarded for it. Goddamn, this guy was literally stalking Chizuru and got a present after, man. Oh my god, that's just
Yeah. It's unfortunate that we lost the audio because he talked about that before.
yeah.
It was actually a really good podcast. So just to like give you guys a resume of like what we're about here. So like Umami said, we just vibe around here. We just talk about anime, manga, whatever is relevant in any Twitter, whatever is relevant in the community. Hoops. We talked about some basketball last time. Yeah, we're just vibing in here.
Bro, the last time we were talking, what happened? The Denver Nuggets were still in the playoffs.
Right. And now we're in NBA Finals Game 1. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on. But just to introduce the people, just as an icebreaker to the podcast, I want to know what you've been watching or reading lately.
That's a good question.
In fiction.
Last time we did this podcast, but we had technical difficulties. I was reading Bloom Into You. Right now, I kind of
Right.
dropped it. Not really dropped it, but I put it on pause. I was on chapter 15. It was a really good manga, but then I just haven't been getting into it. But for the first time in like a month, I've finally started getting back into watching anime because school has been kicking me. But yeah, right now I'm currently watching the OG 2003 Full Metal Alchemist. I'm on episode 12, and it's been good so far. How about you, bro?
Yeah, so for me, I've been watching weekly stuff. So last episode I mentioned Rent a Girlfriend, but that's finished. That finished last week.
Yeah.
Right now, my anime schedule is kind of free, so I'm planning on finishing Ahiru no Sora, that finished, and ReZero. Those are shows that I really binge, like, the episode stored so I can binge watch,
Yeah.
And the most recent show I've watched is actually Great Pretender on Netflix.
I need to get on that, Joe. I heard it's really good.
Yeah, bro, it's good. It has a unique premise, obviously. Anime is like one of the strong points is how different and like unique some of the storylines can be. This one's about like a bunch of con men, like, and it's interesting because they do it for like bad guys. Like, much they stand for justice, kind of thing. You feel me?
Yeah.
They don't go after like the innocent. They're not like scumbag con men. They go after like people who are like inherently bad. So it's really interesting.
I see. It's
And just to talk more
studio.
about that show, bro. My buddy, I cut you.
No, I was just saying it's by which studio?
Right, it's by Wit Studio, and just to talk more about that show, like it has a bunch of different voice acting like in different dialects because it takes place in different cities. So there's the recent arc I just finished is in London. There's one in Singapore. There's one in where's the first one? Japan. Nah, the first one was America. So it started off in Hollywood, then Singapore, then London, England, and they like changed dialects. So like they were talking English, bro. Like it's not really English, but it's like how in anime like it's like a English, It's like a messed up
Oh,
English, you know? It's
okay, I see, I see. Yeah, I know
it's
what you mean. It's
gold,
in
bro.
Greece.
Greece, bro.
I
It's
swear.
gold. It's actually amazing. And
Do you think?
French too. They spoke French. Yeah, it
Mhm.
has a unique premise, and you should definitely give it a watch.
So I got a question for you. You didn't watch it in dub, right?
No, I watched it in sub.
So do you think the dub would be more better? Do you think the dub would be better for the show like this because it's more diverse? And don't you think like a dubbing studio would like hire a diverse cast to like make the show more like you know like more in atmosphere? You know what I'm saying? Like more in the mood. So like when you're in
Yeah, for
Britain,
sure.
you see like a British man and he's actually talking with like a British dialect instead of like English. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I feel
for
like
sure.
the dub would hit harder, but like I just have to see that for myself. I don't know.
Interesting you brought out that point because I think another anime YouTuber talked about that, like how the dubbing strong points was the different dialects and how the voice actors were from diverse backgrounds and stuff. I tried like randomly in the middle of episodes to switch languages. It wasn't didn't really like utilize the dialects. Obviously, I only watched like some parts, so I wouldn't know. But I've heard that argument for sure, and I'm open to rewatching it in dub just to like experience it.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking about the voice acting, like pretty much the voice actors, it's like a running joke. I don't know what happened, but like after episode one, like halfway through, they said we're gonna speak Japanese from now on because I don't know what happened. Like maybe the voice acting studio were like shit, like their budget was not good enough. They couldn't keep talking English and other dialects and stuff, but
Yeah.
like you didn't get that to the max. So that's a down point for me. But other than that, yeah, bro.
Oh, I don't think it's more of a budget thing. I just feel like it's cuz like are you really getting paid like I don't know about like the voice acting like business and stuff, but like would it really be a budget thing for them not like to keep speaking a language, you know? I feel like it
Yeah,
was more like of a show just doing that thing.
I agree. I don't think it's a voice acting thing. I think it's a wit studio thing, if anything.
Yeah.
And the anime production committee or whatever. We're not
Yeah.
experts here. It's not like what's the name of that anime? That did you watch that anime? It's like an anime about how they make anime. Shirobako. We're not the little lollies in Shirobako. We don't know the ins and outs of the anime, how they make anime, but yeah.
I never heard of Shiro. Is it like Bakimon? I think that's the one where they talk about manga and stuff. I never read it, but like I heard.
Yeah, Bakuman is similar, but it's Bakuman. The difference is it's manga, but Shirobako is anime. I didn't like the show. I dropped it.
I see. I never heard of it, so it must be something. you
Yeah,
know.
brother, it's something for sure.
Sure, bro.
So yeah, so I saw on Twitter you said you were gonna watch the first episode of the new season of Haikyuu, correct?
Yeah. Right now I'm currently doing work, but like after I'm done, I'm going on that Haiku episode. Can't wait to see the
For
20.
sure, for sure. And it's interesting because if I recall, you said that you were planning on binge watching the whole season, right?
I wanted to binge watch the whole season of Haikyuu, man. Like it's just Haikyuu is just better to be binged. You know, I was never a weekly guy for Haikyuu. I watched it after season 4 part 1 ended. So like just watching it weekly for the first time, it's gonna be an experience. But I feel like it would have been better if I binged it. But at the same time, I don't think I could wait that long. You know?
Yeah, for sure. I think both have their pros. Me too. Like I caught up before the season 4 aired, like the part 1.
Yeah.
I think they both have their pros. Like the pros for watching weekly is like you can talk to your boys about it and like then
Mm,
tweet about it. Get those interactions.
I swear.
Versus binge watching is like more of a linear journey. Like you don't have to wait for what happens next. How's this character gonna develop? How's the game gonna change?
Yeah. I think the most painful thing, like you know, like what made me just like not like waiting weekly. It was kind of good, but like at the same time, it was just unbearable. It was fucking Attack on Titan season 3 part 1. Now that personally, that's my least favorite part of the show. You could say it has a bunch of lore, a bunch of character development for Historia, a bunch of character defining moments for characters like Levi and Kenny and all this. But to be honest, weekly, it was not a good experience for me, to be honest. I had to wait weekly, and I just wasn't impressed, you know. And
Yeah, for sure.
combined with like the budget for Attack on Titan, it's not really the budget, but like you could see the production go a little bit down, you know, as like it was continuing on. You could see it go a little bit down. So like it wasn't worth waiting weekly. So I kind of, I don't think I told anybody this, but I kind of just stopped watching Attack on Titan, right? For like a
Right.
long, for like until season three, part one was over. Then once season three, part one was over, I just binged the whole thing, and the experience was like 10 times better. Now people say it might consider me Attack on. Oh, bro, why you hating? Bro, Attack on Titan is literally my favorite manga. It's literally my. You could call it my favorite manga slash anime. It's literally up there, top two, if not top one. Gintama's top one, obviously, but like it's basically in my top two. I love it to death, but like watching it weekly, oh man, it hurt me. You know.
Yeah, it's interesting you bring that up. I don't think it's a hot take that the season. Pardon me. What season is it? Season 3?
Season three, part one.
Yeah, I don't think it's a hot take that season 3 part 1 is like one of the worst parts. Right? Like for me as well, I think it's better than season 1, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's like season 3 part 2. Like I feel like season 3 part 2 was like a 10 out of 10.
Oh, season three, part two was amazing. And if you watch, like,
It was amazing.
if you watch season three, part one, then watch season three, part two, because I rewatched Attack on Titan like this year again, right? Like, if you
Mm.
watch those both those seasons back to back, oh my god, that's like it's just amazing. It just amplifies the experience because like it has a flow, a sense of flow to it, you know.
Right. Yeah, but season 3 part 1 has a different vibe, right? It's like humans versus humans, and like they bring in Levi's mentor. Yeah, I feel like it's not a hot take, brother. You're good. You're good.
No. To be honest, a lot of people are like, yo, you could just read the manga for season three, part one. It's way better, right? A lot of people told that to me, right? And to be honest, I like this is another hot take. I, to be honest, do not see the Attack on Titan manga being better than the anime. I have problems with the way, like, you know, it flows and stuff. I just don't like I watched season one like 3 times and I read the manga I think like twice, right? For season
Okay.
three, for season one, I read the manga like twice, but for season three, part one and part two, I read it like once. But man, I just don't like. This is personal, but I just don't like the way stuff flows in the manga. Combined with like the art style, he's improved. Did you read the manga or not? For like the new season four that's coming up.
No, I'm anime only, bro.
Okay, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but his art style fucking improves amazingly, right? Just dramatically
Mm.
improves. Like it's wallpaper type art style, right? But like back in like season one, season two, season three, right? His art style was it wasn't the best, but it wasn't bad at all. You know, it was a 7. It was like a 7, 6 out of 10 for me, right? And like the anime,
Okay.
even though the production for like the later seasons were a little bit lacking, you know, I still prefer the anime because I don't know, man. I just didn't get the same vibe, I guess, from the manga than I did from the anime. It's weird, you know. However, like
Yeah, for sure.
post season three, part two content, amazing. I love the art. Like the art style is still a little bit iffy, but it's an amazing improvement. I absolutely love it, to be honest. And like the content after season three, part two is like some of my favorite like writing I've seen in fiction. You know, forget about anime and manga. It's fiction. Some of my favorite writing in fiction.
Season 3 part 2
No, I'm talking about like that content after
after,
season
huh?
three. Yeah, the
Okay.
content after
Yeah.
season three.
Yeah, brother. I've heard on and on and on. I'm hyped. Attack on Titan has been scheduled to air at the end of 2020, so I'm definitely gonna watch it for sure. The final season. And just out of curiosity, it didn't end yet, correct?
It didn't end. I think it's ending like 4 chapters,
Okay.
4 or 5 chapters. I'm not sure. Sources say around like 4 or 5 chapters. Definitely ending before like it's ending within the within the first 4 months of 2021.
Hmm.
I'll estimate around April. That's
Alright,
my
bro.
guess, though. Don't take like what I say seriously, but that's just my guess. You know, around April next year, because like the story is reaching it's already at its climax. I would say.
Okay. Yeah, so we talk about manga. We can keep going on that tangent. So, what are you reading weekly if you're reading any manga?
Uh, I said I was watching Full Metal Alchemist, right?
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm currently not reading anything weekly other than One Piece, Kaguya-sama, and One Punch Man is like monthly. It's One Punch Man has a weird schedule. It's bi-weekly. Sometimes it's monthly. Sometimes it's weekly. It's weird. But other than
Interesting.
those three manga, other than those three manga, I don't think I'm reading anything. And Attack on Titan monthly chapters.
Okay, it's interesting you talk about One Punch Man because I see it on the Shonen Jump app. It's like on an
Yeah.
irregular basis. Yeah, I've noticed that.
I think that guy just works on his own schedule. Respect, to be honest. He produces
Yeah.
quality. He chooses quality over quantity. I respect that, to be honest.
Yeah, I respect him for that too, bro. Obviously I haven't read chapter One Punch Man since a long time, but
Mm.
his artwork is really good, bro. Like consistently good. The brother needs to take some time to have the best quality. Like you said, quality over quantity. Then respect, bro. Gotta
So
give props to that.
he's so cultured too. Like I was looking at his Twitter, right? And this guy got like a whole box set of Naruto. So he had like got a bunch of Naruto manga.
Bro, that's actually cultured.
I swear, man. I love. I never read the Naruto manga, but I absolutely love the show. And I respect that, to be honest.
Yeah, me too, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's one of my goals. In the box set,
For Naruto.
have that on the shelf. Nice
For,
manga aesthetic, you feel me?
for Naruto, or just a box set in general.
Or Naruto, like the whole series.
Oh, the whole. That's 3 box sets, bro. That's around. That's almost a rack.
Yeah, bro, but hey, some people they want to spend on shoes, some people want to spend it on whatever it is. I
I
like my
respect.
manga aesthetic, it's building.
Oh, facts, bro. Me too. My manga collection is low key building, bro. I got that Vagabond, that Dragon Ball,
Yes.
and Blue. I still need to read Blue Exorcist, but like nobody's. Did you know Blue Exorcist is running monthly on Viz Media?
Yeah, I did.
I never knew that because nobody talks about this manga, bro.
Yeah, it's interesting to bring that up because someone just told me that like randomly, like, yo, do you know Blue Extra's still going on?
Like okay, the only reason I'm trying to start like the manga for Blue Exorcist is because I
Mm.
want to like I hear absolutely nobody talk about this show. Like on any Twitter, you see zero people say anything about Blue Exorcist monthly chapters. They don't say, "Oh, it's carrying this and that." It's either that the fan base is so humble, or it's that the manga is just not the way it used to be, right? And I just want to judge that for myself. I want to see if the story for Blue Exorcist is actually good, or if it's just if it just was good and it like fell off, and that's why nobody wants to talk about it because it's a
Yeah,
mysterious
for
anime.
sure. Blue Exorcist is an anime I've watched when I was a kid.
I heard the adaptations
Even
are good.
then, bro, I dropped the series. I couldn't get into it.
Everyone says that. Everyone says the anime is not good, right? Like
Yeah.
it's a popular opinion that the anime is okay. Like the anime retcons a bunch of stuff the manga has, right? And it just goes its own route. It's weird, but like I'm not gonna watch the anime. I'm just gonna read the source material, the manga, and I'm just gonna
Yeah.
judge. I'm just gonna judge how it does, like how it suits my tastes.
Respect, bro. That's one of the series I want to revisit. So I watched it when I was a kid, and I mentioned that I dropped it even back then. Then I tried picking it up like in grade 9. I dropped it again.
Mm,
I'm gonna give it a third try, bro.
man,
It's one of those first animes I've seen.
I swear, bro. What's it called again? I think it was by what studio did directed or like just made Blue Exorcist,
Uh,
or you don't
I'm
know?
blanking on the name, bro.
Was it Aniplex? I don't think Aniplex is a studio though, is it?
No, it's not.
I don't know. Like, Aniplex is weird. You see them on like a bunch of stuff. Are they like a studio? Are they like a
You see them in like the very beginning of anime.
yeah, like Kaguya-sama, right? Season 2.
Mm. So the studio is A1 Pictures.
A1 Pictures, that's what it is. So it's the same studio that made Kaguya.
Yeah, it's the same studio as Akagia. Yeah.
I see. And I don't know, bro. They're a good studio. Why did they decide to skip a lot of stuff in the manga? From like from what I hear.
Oh, I wouldn't know because I'm not a Blue Exorcist stan. And like
Bro,
you said, not a lot of people talk about it in the community.
facts, bro.
But
You know what's funny? There's another manga that's going on monthly. I think monthly or weekly. I'm not sure. In the app, the Viz app, Shonen Jump app, or whatever you want to say, right? It's called
yeah,
World Trigger. Have you ever heard of World Trigger?
I have.
I hear more people talk about World Trigger than I hear people talk about Blue Exorcist.
But
And I never
yeah, I was
hear.
gonna say when I hear stuff about World Trigger, like it's positive
Yeah.
stuff, I hear nothing about Blue Exorcist, bro.
What happened to it, bro? It's like it must be like one of the biggest mysteries ever, bro. Like what the hell happened to Blue Exorcist? Because if you think about it, broski, if you think about it, if it was like if it fell off, right? If Blue
Yeah.
Exorcist fell off or it's not good as it used to be, right?
Yeah,
Wouldn't you think that Shonen Jump? Wouldn't you think like they would axe the series in total in general?
100%.
You know,
I think
they would.
recently, like nowadays, they've been canceling a lot more shows. Maybe it's like a situation like back in the day, like it had an interesting premise and had like a dedicated fan base. Because today, like the Show and Jump, they're quick to act series.
Yeah. Or
I don't know.
or like or we could just
Me
be
speculating,
tripping.
bro.
What?
That's just me speculating.
Oh, I see, I see. But to be honest, I think I think it's just the American fan base doesn't talk about what's it called again, Blue Exorcist. What if it's like hella popular in Japan? You know,
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of shows like that. Yeah, that's a good point.
you know, it's like what's a show like? Speaking of that topic, do you know any shows or like manga that are hella popular in like Japan, but like barely anybody talks about them in Canada and like the United States?
Yeah, so one that pops up to mind, I saw this on my Twitter feed. Someone said that fairy tales is a lot more popular in Japan than it is over here in the West. And damn well here in the West we trash the fairy tale any opportunity we have,
Bro,
bro.
do you hate fairy tale?
No, I don't hate fairy tale. I think that comes from I grew up with the show and I found myself enjoying it when I was a kid. Like I
Mm,
would be out there putting my finger up with the whole fairy tale guild.
yeah,
It had an amazing OST, bro. I really enjoyed it when I was a kid, and I feel like I have to rewatch it to like make an opinion on it.
I see.
I can't just join the general consensus and start bashing on this show that I barely have any recollection of.
I feel you, bro. Personally speaking, I never like grew up with anime as a child, right? Or
Right.
like as a kid, you know, I just started watching anime when I was like 15, 14. Not even 14. I think I was 14 in grade 9. Yeah, like when I was 14, I watched like Naruto Part 1, but I got into anime when I was like 15, 16, right?
Yeah.
Still a teenager, but like not really a child growing up. It wasn't part of my childhood. So like I
Mhm.
currently just started Fairy Tail this year. It's one of the mangas I'm
Okay.
actually reading. Going back to the manga topic, right? And
That's dope.
I'm what's called like 4.5 volumes into Fairy Tail, and it's actually gas. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now I know a bunch of the plot armor shit. Everyone told me everything about the plot armor, so I'm not watching this show. Not watching show. My bad. I'm studying, but like I'm not reading this manga for like some complex story with like amazing character development from from what I've seen. I can already tell that a lot of characters are gonna have some great character development, but I don't want some complex scene story when I'm reading fairy tale. I just want to have fun, right? And it does that perfectly, to be honest.
Yeah, it's interesting you bring that up because I believe Taku, who also loves that anime, he talks about like the show is just a bunch of fun. Like he can acknowledge that it has a bunch of plot armors, has all these plot holes, but that's not what the show is about. It's about like the fun with the guild, the show.
Exactly.
And just to elaborate on that, like I can now that I think about it, I can think about some of those plot armor moments, like in the middle of fights, like they go up against like really strong antagonists,
Yeah.
and they talk about like the power of friendship and put their fist up. I think the pose in fairy tales is like they put their finger up to the sky or something.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. You have to let it go because it's a fun show.
I know what she's saying, bro. To be honest, like 4.5 volumes into the show, I mean into this like manga, and
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like Natsu. You know, he's plot armor and stuff, or whatever they say about him, right? Now, I don't
Mhm.
care. When I reach those plot armor moments, I'm gonna close my eye, just turn a blind eye to it, to be honest, because plot armor doesn't really bother me that much compared to other people. To be honest, plot armor in Slice of Life bothers me more than plot armor in Shonen. And maybe in another video, I'll explain to you plot armor in Slice of Life because
Yeah,
it
I'm interested, bro.
plot armor in Slice of Life is something else, bro. Now, plot armor in Slice of Life, it's more what's it called again? It's more subjective, right? I don't like
Mhm.
using the word objective, but like plot armor in Slice of Life is like, yo, she should not have won this. She should not have won type, not harem wise, but like I'll explain it in a different video, whatever. I'll explain it in a different video. But yeah,
Hi, brother.
it's weird because when I get to those plot armor moments in Fairy Tail, I think I'll just turn a blind eye to it and just like have fun, just fucking get hyped to these cool ass fucking attacks that Natsu's doing. Or like him eating a bunch of fucking fire, electricity, whatever the fuck it is, bro.
Mhm.
You know? I think I'll just
Yeah,
have fun
bro.
with it.
That's what's up. I think you have to know what show you're watching. You can acknowledge, like, hey, this show I can. I don't think you would turn your brain off for Fairy Tail. Would you say you turn your brain off?
I don't turn my brain off, but like I'm just sitting there relaxing. It's more of like it's a comfort show, a comfort read,
Right,
whatever they
right.
call it.
So you're on your couch, just comfortably, just you're conscious of everything the community is saying, but like you're just having fun with it, you know?
I'm having fun with it. Like I do not know, bro. This community, what do they expect? They're like, oh, power of friendship, this and that. Fairy Tail is bad, It just keeps using the power of friendship, bro. Every anime uses the power of friendship, And a lot of people they're always like, well, Fairy Tail uses it in different ways than these other shonen, At the end of the day,
Yeah.
bro, I respect what's his name again? Hiro Mashima.
Katsu? Oh
Yeah,
yeah, Hiro Mashima. That's a
yeah,
mangaka,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so bro, I respect this guy Hiro Mashima because, like, in his take to friendship, a lot of people might not have liked it, bro. But I respect and I like see what he was trying to do.
Yeah, for sure. I was just gonna mention, like, I feel like Fairy Tail brings that up so much more than any show, bro.
Yeah,
Literally every big arc. In fact, every arc. Power of friendship.
you hurt my friend. Time to go,
Yeah, bro. That's how it be.
bro. It'd be like this, man. You hurt my friend. Time to pull out a fucking power I never used in my life before, but I have it right now just to beat your ass. A lot of people say that's Fairy Tail.
Facts, bro. That's really how it be. Dead ass.
Bro,
Yo.
I can't wait to get to those parts just to laugh. Well, just to laugh at it, to be honest, because like I feel like I'll fucking have fun with it. I'll just fucking laugh at that, to be honest. Instead of being mad, I'll just laugh.
Yeah, bro. I feel like another show that has a lot of I'm not sure, don't quote me on this. I think Akame got killed. More popular in Japan.
Doesn't oh, okay, I thought you were talking about friendship. I'm like, doesn't every nigga die in that show?
Yeah, everyone dies in that show, and I bash it for that. A lot of my friends bash it for that.
I dropped a Kagome kill after episode 8, to be honest.
Yeah, bro. People say, come on. People say it's like an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Come on. They literally kill every character in that, talking about, oh, it's peak fiction. Everyone's throwing that term out nowadays. Peak fiction this, peak fiction that.
Bro,
Where
nigga,
they literally kill off every character. They think that's exquisite writing. Like, come on now.
peak fiction, that word, man. To be honest, niggas just watch anime and they just use the word peak fiction. Like these people don't read any books. These people don't what's it called again? Watch any live action TV shows. They don't watch any like movies. You know, they don't like read like a bunch. Like they just basically don't do anything about watch anime. Then they throw out this term peak fiction. You know?
Yeah, I feel that, bro. And just to elaborate on it, I feel like, honestly, the first time I saw that term, it was you, bro.
Me?
Shit, I don't
Damn,
know if
bro.
you're a pioneer in the anime community and you started that word, but
Bro, what do you mean? I did not start that, bro. I'm the most low key guy, as I said, bro. Like I'm just vibing on Twitter with my fan base that doesn't even like my tweets. They just be staring at it, scrolling past it, ignoring it. But when I post some dumb stuff, they just be liking it, man. Like I don't think I'm a pioneer of the anime community, but I don't think I started that word. I think I got that word from somebody else. I use that word as a joke, to like try to like gas my favorite anime. Like when I talk about Gintama or like Attack on Titan, I usually use the word peak fiction, you know?
Right. Right.
But I don't know, it's kind of annoying nowadays.
All right, people. So we had a little bit of technical difficulties. Nonetheless, we back. So now we're gonna talk about a new topic. We're gonna talk about sports anime. I feel like it's only relevant, right? With the Haikyuu season 3 part 2 airing. Right? Is it season 3 part 2?
It's season 3 part 2, brother. Season 4
Awesome.
part 2. Season 4 part 2.
You're right. Yeah, season 4 because season 3 was versus Shiro Tozawa.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like it's only relevant that we talk about sports anime with this obviously beloved anime airing right now. So I just want to talk about like what's your favorite sports anime, what we've watched.
I've only watched 5 sports anime. I've watched Kuroko no Basket. I've watched Haikyuu. I've read 225 chapters of Slam Dunk. 37 episodes of A Hero no Sora and 20 episodes of Ace of the Diamond. And out of all those sports anime I watched, I like.
Don't forget Slam Dunk 2.
Oh, I said Slam Dunk. 225.
Okay.
Out of those 5 I watched, or 4, I forgot how much. I personally love Kuroko no Basket the most because that one impacted me on a personal level. But Haikyuu, like if you're talking like characterization wise, Haikyuu is my favorite. But like just overall, I fuck with Kuroko no Basket more.
Interesting that you talked about Kuroko no Basket because like I mentioned before, like I watched Blue Exorcist as one of my first anime and I watched Kuroko as well.
Yeah.
And even then when I was a youngin', I couldn't get too deep into it, brother.
I mean that as I said, it's either you didn't like it and that's perfectly normal. Basketball superpowers, a lot of people don't fuck with that. They want a more realistic, anime where they fuck with the actual atmosphere of the sport and like there's no powers and stuff like that. But to be honest, it's all good, man. It's not for everyone.
I don't even think it was that because at that point I wasn't even talking about the deep philosophies of anime, all the other stuff. I wasn't conscious of all of that, I wasn't conscious of, this is a basketball anime with like superpowers, I think it was just like my first high school anime and I wasn't vibing with it. Like as a kid, I was just like a shonen kid, right? Like the Rasengan and like Kamehameha, you feel me?
I see. I know what you mean, bro. But as I was saying, the reason why I love Kuroko no Basket so much is because like when I was in grade 12, right? I broke my ankle playing a basketball game. So like when I broke my ankle playing a basketball game, I was like, I didn't really want to play the sport anymore. I just didn't. I wasn't really liking the sport anymore. I wasn't really fucking with basketball anymore at all, right? And it was just, I don't know. I was just kind of like, man, I don't like this sport anymore. This sport is like pissing me off, right? Nothing, like every time I play this, like it's just nothing good comes from me, right? But then I watched Kuroko no Basket and it just made me want to rehabilitate faster for my ankle. Plus, it made me love the sport even more. And like I found myself playing basketball more frequently after I watched Kuroko and after I rehabilitated. So that's why it has like a special place in my heart amongst all anime.
Would you say you have like a personal connection just because of that?
Yeah, I have a personal connection with it. Plus, I put my niggas on it and everyone fucks with Kuroko. So like, yeah.
Respect, bro. Yeah, that's respect, bro. So do you want to rank it from lowest to highest?
On where?
I think you just mentioned. Worst sports anime to best sports anime.
My favorite sports anime tied. Okay, as I said, writing wise, characterization, everything. Haikyuu takes it. Haikyuu is on that level of Kuroko, right? So Haikyuu and Kuroko, my top 2. Number 2, I'm sorry, bro, but it's Slam Dunk. I have to finish Slam Dunk before I could like completely rank it. But for now, it's number 2. Number 3 is A Hero.
No, I'm not even mad about that. I don't know why you said like I'm sorry. Like I'm not mad.
Oh, because a lot of people are always like, "Yo, Slam Dunk is better than Haikyuu, bro. Slam Dunk is the best sports manga of all time." Right now, I'm gonna see how the final game goes before I say that. But so far, I fuck with Kuroko no Basket and I fuck with Haikyuu more.
I have a very similar opinion. You'll see when I list my top 5. But yeah, keep going.
And yeah, then a Heronosaurus like my third. Then like the other one, like Ace of the Diamond, is like my last. I didn't really fuck with Ace of the Diamond, but it wasn't bad at all.
Interesting, because a lot of people like they throw out these like really underground low-key anime. I believe Ace of the Diamond is one of them, and they like praise it like, oh, this is the best sports anime of all time. Completely solos Haikyuu out of its league, you know.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no. I watched 20 episodes of Ace of the Diamond. I wasn't nearly as invested as I was in with Haikyuu, and it took me 3 attempts to get. It took me like 3-4 attempts for me to actually like Haikyuu, right? Like I dropped it like 3 times. I'm not even gonna lie to you, right?
Okay.
But like
Oh,
there
this
was
is the
no.
first for me, brother.
Oh no, I don't think I told you this, but like I watched Haikyuu right after Kuroko in like 2018, right? I dropped it in 3 episodes. I came back to it months later. I dropped it after like 5 episodes. Then I came back to it in the same year of 2019. I dropped in like 6 episodes. Then this year, this summer, right? I was like, I was probably tripping back then. Maybe I was watching other shows because the moment I picked up Haikyuu was when I was watching like long running shonen, right? So like I picked it
Yeah.
up as I was watching something like Bleach, or like I picked it up as I was watching like One Piece, right? So like I guess I wasn't giving it my full attention or something. But when I picked it up this summer from episode 1, I was like, I'm stupid for not liking this show from episode 1, bro. I'm just dumb.
I see. Yeah, I can relate to that, bro. I sort of I had a similar experience. I was watching like One Piece and I was watching shows next to it, and I didn't fuck with those shows, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, one that comes to mind is like Kekai Sensen, otherwise known as Blood Blockade Battlefront. I watched like 5 episodes of that. I dropped it. I was just vibing into the ending, you know? I'm sure you know the ending. It's iconic.
I never watched Kekai Sensei.
Yeah, but for sure you've seen the ending.
The ending. Like, oh, yeah, I know that. I thought you meant like the ending of the show. Like, the finale.
Nah, like the ending like song.
Oh, yeah, I seen the song. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a banger, bro. I still vibe to that occasionally, but yeah, that's one of those shows where I felt the same effects. So for me, my top 5 sports anime is probably gonna be Haikyuu on number 1.
Yeah.
Me, Haikyuu is just unparalleled in terms of like hype. Like hypes those moments on the court. You know, like it gets me out of my chair sometimes. I'm just like, yo, Sha with the Katasuna boys, you know, like when Tsukishima blocked in season 3 when he blocked Ushiwaka, my nigga, I got up with that, man. I was like, yes, you know, that show is just special in the sense of just pure hype, you know.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. That shit's hype as fuck. You're not even lying there.
For sure. Even this episode, when you watch it, you're gonna get out of your seat, brother.
100%, bro. 110.
Because it's a build up. It's a build up for the number 2 team in the nation,
bro.
And yeah, so I was gonna say at number 2 I have Slam Dunk. I have read everything from Slam Dunk. People would think I would have Slam Dunk at number 1 because basketball is my favorite sport of every sport, but no, I don't think it can beat like Haikyuu has the same thing going. I would argue even more in terms of characters and a team bond, although they're both like S tier.
Are you sure, bro?
In my opinion, yeah.
I have Haikyuu over Slam Dunk, but I don't know about the characters and teams though. That's the thing. It's really like Haikyuu and Slam Dunk are neck and neck when it comes to characters.
I feel like because for me, it's just the 2 games. Volleyball is like more everyone touches the court kind of thing versus basketball is like starting 5 and like your 6 man, right?
Yeah.
So you only know like 6 people versus Karasuno, you're like 10 people deep, 11 people deep, you know?
I feel you, bro. I understand that, to be honest. How about the villains? Not villains, but like antagonists. Do you prefer Haikyuu?
Antagonists.
Or like Kuroko?
Yeah, for sure.
Not Kuroko.
So the final arc of Slam Dunk had some really good antagonists. It's really tough. That's probably the hardest for me. keep in mind I haven't read Slam Dunk in a long time.
So you probably have a Haikyuu bias then.
But I also haven't watched Haikyuu in a long time. Like, I think I would give it to Slam Dunk just off the fact of the final arc and those characters.
I see.
Can you name some more antagonists in Slam Dunk other than the final arc?
I love. Oh my god, bro, that's kind of like, I'm surprised you don't know, man. Slam Dunk has some of my favorite antagonists in sports anime. Sendo.
Remember, there's some tall guy.
Sendo, bro. Forgot about the man in the myth, the legend, Sendo, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's a bucket, bro. I like him a lot.
Bro, like Sendo is the reason. Like after I read, like I think I have the volume. It was like volumes like 3, 4, and 5, right? I think it was volumes 3, 4, and 5. You see this man's Sendo, and I was just like this. Yeah, it's confirmed. Slam Dunk is a top 2 sports anime manga. It doesn't matter. This guy Sendo is the absolute genius, absolute GOAT, bro. I absolutely love Sendo, bro. My favorite antagonist in Slam Dunk. And there's also you know that guy from Kainen?
Who?
Forgot his name. The guy from Kainen. The center from Kainen. Was it the center? I don't remember, but
I remember there being a center, and he was going against the gorilla. He was like his rival.
Yes.
They're like pushing each other.
Yeah. I don't know.
And just Sendo. I would give that to Slam Dunk, like villains / antagonists. Also, one really strong point that I really mess with this show is like how they incorporated like old school basketball shoes. Like you see them hooping in the basketball shoes, and I believe there's like Air Jordan 1s, Air Forces maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And one thing that I praise about Slam Dunk is how every character is a reference to like an old school player. Right?
Yeah.
So like you have the center Gorilla, he's a reference to Patrick Ewing.
Yeah.
Main character, Sakuragi, he's a reference to Dennis Rodman, how he just plays hard, dives out to get rebounds, dives out of bounds to like go for a loose ball. Like that type of energetic player. He's a reference to Dennis Rodman. Fukawa, he's a reference to Michael Jordan. I believe he wears number 13, not 23.
Yeah.
He's a reference to Michael Jordan. Like the way he like you've seen this, like shit. I'm not trying to spoil. I believe you did see it, so if I do spoil, my bad. But like the time he like shot free throws with his eyes folded, or
I seen
he
that.
closed his eyes, or I think it was a jump. I'm not sure if it was a jump shot or a free throw.
Yeah.
That was a direct reference to Michael Jordan. So that was really dope. Stuff like that, I love to see it. You know.
I know what you mean, bro. Did you? Slam Dunk came out 1996 or 1998. When did it come out?
I think it's 1998.
So like Kobe was a rookie, right?
Yeah, he was.
Bro, I do not know who Sendo is a reference. Who's like a reference to? But man, that nigga plays like Kobe. Rest in peace to Kobe. But man, that guy is a straight baller. Like the way Sendo plays is my favorite play style in like the whole Slam Dunk. Like anytime he's on the court, I just lose my shit, bro. Sendo's like the GOAT for me.
Yeah, for sure, bro. That's one of my shows. Like I wanna eventually end up collecting. I love that show. Obviously, I have a personal bias towards basketball. It's my favorite sport, but can't speak on Sendo and his play style. But yeah, for sure. If there is anything about Kobe, let us know, guys. If you guys are watching, just let us know if there's like a reference. That would be pretty dope. I know that the mangaka, what's his name again?
Yeah.
I forgot. What's his name?
What is his name? For which one?
Or Slam Dunk.
Oh, that's my dog, Takehiko Inoue, man. That's the absolute
right.
GOAT.
Takehiko Inoue. In I believe it was his other basketball series with the wheelchair. He made a direct reference to Kobe. Right? So I wouldn't be surprised if the brother made a reference with Sendo as the late Kobe Bryant, you know.
But Kobe's like a rookie.
To be honest, I think that's wrong because I think he was in the 1995 draft class.
Was he okay? No, I'm probably tripping. There is no way Kobe was a rookie in 1998 because 1998
I
Kobe.
don't think so. I think he was in the draft class with Allen Iverson, Ray Allen, Steve Nash. The 95 draft class, one of the best ones.
Yeah, he was in the 96 draft class. So it's okay. The thing is, I don't know. Like I never watched basketball. Like in 1990s because I was not even born, right? But like Kobe, when like Slam Dunk started to air, was averaging like 15 points a game. And like in 1998, he was averaging like 19.9 points a game. So I don't think Sendo was a reference to Kobe. I don't think so. In real, I heard he has like a Kobe homage when like Kobe died. But like I don't think Sendo is a reference to Kobe. What player played like Sendo back in the day? Do you think? Broski. Hello, hello, Broski. Is the bot recording? Yep, there seems to be no technical difficulties. Broski.
Yo, yo, yo,
Yo, what happened?
yo.
What
Yeah,
happened?
my bad, bro. My mic, and then it just started glitching.
I see. Your mic quality is kind of worse now.
Worse, you said?
Yeah, your mic quality kind of got a little downgraded.
Alright, interesting. How about now?
It's okay. Can you talk?
Hello, hello.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect, 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 perfect. I'm probably tripping, but your mic quality is a little bit better. It's better. It's all good.
Alright, brother.
But what man, continuing on, I was
Yeah, you were saying
asking.
something. It was
uh,
something good, and they cut off, bro. My bad. What were you
Oh,
saying?
I was asking you, what player do you think was inspired by Sendo? Like, what player do you think Inoue was like? I'm gonna make Sendo play like this player because I don't think it's Kobe.
Yeah. Hmm. It could be anyone, honestly. Obviously, we didn't grow up with that generation. I have a
Yeah,
bunch of names in my head. Like, I don't know. I was gonna say Chris Webber. It's not Chris Webber. Chris Webber is like bigger, more aggressive. It's
that's
like
what I'm saying.
maybe he's like his own thing, you know. He just does his own thing, like kind of like what we do over here in the Kotatsu Podcast. You know, we just vibe. We
That's
just vibe. You
what I'm saying because this guy's a playmaker. He's a shooting guard. This guy plays small forward. Like, man, this guy
know.
Sendo, like he plays like AI, but he also plays like MJ. It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. He's his own thing.
Yeah,
So, like you, I don't think I've watched like a lot of sports anime. So,
yeah.
the top of my head, I watched Ahiru no Sora as well.
Is that your third favorite?
Uh, because I'm trying to look. I'm gonna look at my anime. Let's see what I've watched, so I have an idea.
Yeah.
Ahiru no Sora, Haikyuu. We already talked about that. That's number one. Uh, I think that's the only three sports anime I've seen. Just name some that are popular.
Ace of the Diamond. You have Prince of Tennis, Eye Shield 21. Uh, you have Captain Tsubasa, Inazuma 11.
Hmm.
You have this other tennis
Yeah,
anime called something Sora.
yeah. So you brought up two that's like near and dear to me. Like they, iShield 21, I read in my local library back when I was a kid. So I'm trying to get back into that series. Not gonna lie.
It's drawn by Murata.
Captain Tsubasa was, huh?
I said I Shield 21 is
Yeah, bro. I've seen that.
yeah,
What does Murata do again? What's his work?
One Punch Man.
Right, exactly. So that's something that's like really pushed me to watch it. Pardon me, read it. And then Captain Tsubasa, like now that I think about it, that might have been like my first anime I've watched. As in like first anime I've seen on TV. I wasn't conscious that was anime, but I've seen it on TV. I've seen it in Djibouti, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
I see.
And my auntie put me on it. So I think that might have been my first like about me even knowing like quote unquote anime, you know?
Yeah.
So I think Ahiro no Sora would be number three. What can be said about Ahiro no Sora that's not already been said? So me and you, we talked about it last episode. So pretty much Ahiro no Sora's strong point is the slice of life moments. Do you agree?
No, that it's strong point or it's
Uh
are you talking about a Hero no Sword
yeah.
strong point?
I think that's what makes it so unique compared to its other sports anime counterparts. The slice of life.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite part of a Hero no Sword.
Yeah, and that's not to like put down the match I haven't seen, the final match, and
Yeah.
the one at episode 20 versus the two seniors who were in the last year were really desperate. That was an amazing match. Don't get me wrong, but those slices of life moments, it's just one specific moment pertaining to one specific character and a relationship, his relationship with somebody
Yeah.
that just crushes you. Stuff like that. How there's like a bunch of delinquents and what they have to go through, like their sudden change, like they want to be serious about something. Just those moments, those really hit hard.
I feel you, bro. To be honest, the Hero no Sword is it's a good show. Love the slice of life moments. The games in the anime could have been better. To be honest, I feel like
100%.
you could tell the games like if a Hero no Sword was made by IG Production Studio or something, right? Their games would be so intense with the OST placement
100%,
and the
bro.
fucking animation. But like it's a small low key studio, so like the budget was okay for like the games, and it wasn't anything special, you know.
I 100% agree. Like, I actually mentioned this last episode as well, but I feel like that first game, the first official game versus the two seniors, that could have been so much better if the anime took care of the game aspects and if they made it like potentially adapted into a movie. Like I feel like that would be really good. 'Cause that was a really good match. I really enjoyed that match. I feel like if they made it into a proper like animation, proper adaptation, part of me, in the sense
Yeah.
that like some animations were like you could see it was like how do I explain it?
Yeah.
Something that comes to mind for me is like the guy with the dreads.
Yeah,
He did a crossover, and then he like it's weird like he gets out the frame, stuff like that. That could have been like better taken care of if or like
You know what I'm
if not for issues with the studio,
Yeah, you know what surprises me about a Hero no Sora? A big studio didn't pick up a Hero no Sora. It just surprises me because it's still ongoing in Japan, right? It has like 600 plus chapters,
Mhm.
and like it's been out since like 2004. And apparently, Haikyuu was inspired a little bit by a hero. I'm not sure about that. I don't know. You could because I know a hero came out before Haikyuu, right?
Yeah,
A Hero no Sora came up before IQ, and like I watched a Hero no Sora before like completed IQ, and like you could see the similarities in both of them with the short protagonist trying to like go through adversity. You know,
Mm.
you could kind of see the similarities in the cast a little bit too, because like both shows tend to focus on fleshing out their casts first.
for sure.
You know,
I don't feel like there's any like sort of inspiration. I haven't seen it. I feel like they're two different mediums in my opinion. It'll be interesting. So if anyone can confirm that, in the comments or like
Oh,
just DM us at us.
I'm not saying like Haikyuu got inspired like by a Hero no Sora. I'm just saying there's similarities between both shows, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like that goes for any sports anime, right?
Oh, for sure. Like Slam Dunk, basically, you see a lot of Slam Dunk references in a Hero no Sora, and I'm pretty sure
Right, exactly.
it's not even a question when somebody says Slam Dunk inspired a lot of like sports manga. I don't think it's a exaggeration to say that because it really changes this like the shape of basketball in the country, right?
100%, bro.
Yeah.
All right, brother. So we can wrap it up. We've been at it for an hour, just
Your,
vibing.
your mic is
First
kind of
episode of the
lagging, bro.
Kotatsu Podcast.
Your mic is kind of lagging, but it's all good. We're ending the podcast.
Testing. I'll repeat myself. So pretty much, I was saying, might as well wrap it up. We've been at it for like an hour. You know, first episode of the podcast out the way. We just vibing over here. We talked about a lot of stuff. So let us know how it was. We'll be streaming every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it'll be up on YouTube very soon. So sub to the Kotatsu Podcast channel if you haven't already. Follow me and Umami. Our links will be in the description down below. We're gonna end off with questions. I just pulled up the questions from last week, brother. I have them up here. We can do that and then we can end it off. Question number 1. What do you think will be anime of the year?
You could start. I haven't watched that much
I
weekly.
think unanimously it's gonna be Attack on Titan for sure. I don't think it's like a situation for like Food Wars season 5, for example, where people say like, "Oh, anime onlys, you guys are in for a garbage season." I think like this show has been talked about so much, and considering what we're going off of in season 3, part 2, I expect this to be anime of the year by a landslide.
To be honest,
What about you?
I would say Attack on Titan, but like it's airing January. It's airing like winter. I think it's airing December.
Right.
So like, is it really anime of the year? It's airing December. You know.
Yeah, that's a fair point for sure. I didn't think about that.
So like another
Didn't really
choice.
have enough.
And I don't think I watched. I'm just gonna play it safe, and I'm gonna say Jujutsu Kaisen. Or
We're gonna talk
Yu-Gi-Oh.
about that show next week. I've read the manga, and the people can guess from my tone. You feel me? Anyways, next question. I'll talk about it next week, inshallah. Next question. So, what is the least talked about aspect of anime production? Important aspect in quotes. What is the least talked aspect of anime production? In quotes, important aspect.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah. So, what is the least talked aspect of anime production?
OST for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's I get OST animation. Just fluidity. Those three are most important to me, to be honest. And plus adapting the source material at an amazing pace. The pacing matters. Do not fucking pull a God of High School on me when it comes to production, bro. God. Oh my God, man. I don't like that type of production, where they just focus on the animation and they just completely fuck over the source material.
Okay. Interesting.
How about you?
Yeah, you brought up a lot of interesting stuff. For me, I think I would just say OST. Just OSTs. I'm not really a big animation guy. If it's like blatantly in my face, like this is horrible, like there's issues here, like let's say a Seven Deadly Sins season 3, then yeah, like I'll be mad about that. But like I don't really pay attention to OSTs. Like I feel like I'm more like plot kind of guy slash music. Like I'm gonna think about like this scene, the background music that played in it. So I feel like OSTs, soundtracks, opening songs, ending songs is like something that's I feel like it's the most important aspect slash least talked about aspect in anime production.
Openings and endings.
So because I don't know, me, I like save a lot of those OSTs on like Apple Music and a lot of those openings on Apple Music if I fuck with it, you know?
I feel you, bro. I feel you. But like at the same time, you gotta also understand there's a lot of shows with amazing OSTs, but not amazing not amazing production, like on other aspects. Studio Perry is an amazing offensive to that. You know, they have some of the best OSTs in anime, but like some of their productions are like iffy, like Black Clover. You know, Tokyo Ghoul. So like, what do you got to say about that?
Yeah, for sure. A good anime, there has to be a balance between those two for sure. But yeah, I'm just answering the question here. Like, I feel like least talked about aspects slash most important, like the brother said here. I feel like for me, it's OSTs.
Let's see. Any more questions?
We have one more. So, what's the best anime in your opinion? Brian.
Hiya. Hiya. That's a hard one. That is a really hard
You can
one.
tell the people how you don't have like a unanimous, clear-cut favorite.
Unanimous clear-cut favorite. I stopped doing that.
I was just saying, like, because you said you don't have like a favorite. You have like a bunch of anime you love, right?
Yeah. It just depends on the day of the week. You ask me, to be honest. Today, I feel like my favorite anime is Gintama. So yeah, Gintama is my favorite anime for today. You know, tomorrow you come to me,
Okay.
I might have a different answer to that. But Gintama definitely is
Yeah,
one of my favorite pieces of fiction.
for me as well, my favorite and but best anime in my opinion is my favorite, Gintama.
Yeah.
Talk about it more, but just to give you a brief reason why, just how it like breaks the fourth wall with its comedy, how it can like keep you on the edge of your seat with action when the action does come. It's like an amazing cast of characters. Gintama for me.
That's amazing.
And that's all the questions, brother.
But I'd like to hear one. I might do the question thing. You know, I might actually ask my followers for the questions, but we'll see. You know, because I think you're getting a good amount of questions, 3 to 4. I think that's enough, because you know we have like a lot of time to like discuss other stuff, and like the questions are at the end. So too much questions is not a good thing, but like too little questions is also not a good thing. I think you got a good amount this week compared to last
Yeah, for
week.
sure. I also had some more, but they were like lost in my camera roll.
Yeah.
Feel me? I had some like last time I went off Discord. I had some off Discord, but we already answered those. So I just want these three new ones I found.
I see.
And the podcast. Make sure to subscribe. I'm gonna remind y'all, click that red subscribe button. We're signing out. Peace.